Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of PowerBomb Wrestling. I'm Terry Sullivan along with Norm Wamer, and I thought last week was action-packed. This week, though, some more action from Findlay, some more action from April Anarchy in Toledo, and all sorts of news, all sorts of matches, and other exciting news about what's coming up in Toledo and Findlay in the near future.
All kinds of things are going on. All kinds of things are heating up, and there's not... Boy, these show dates are coming up fast, aren't they?
Yeah, June the 3rd. The next time we'll be in Findlay at the All-American Rockhouse. I've never seen Benjamin Boone so incensed as he was after what happened last week after what happened in Findlay at the first show there.
Right, because there was a run-in by Dr. Jerry Graham, his Circus of Pain, and things quickly fell apart, and he had to be restrained from...
Yeah, he has really stepped up his game. You know, he is so intense verbally and physically. He is so intent on what's going to happen in Findlay as he takes on Peto, the PBW title at stake, Sunday, June 3rd.
Yeah, we got comments from Ben Boone coming up actually after the first match here. On this show, you're going to see Buzzsaw David Shaw in action. You're going to see the closing moments of the tag match down in Findlay between Righteous Indignation and the Dirty, and our main event here on this TV edition of PowerBomb Wrestling, Celeste Taylor and Brian Douglas one-on-one.
That is going to be good. It's a long match, a long segment, but action-packed from start to finish.
I love the long matches.
Yeah.
I really do. We don't get to see enough of them anymore.
Don't have to take a break or two in the middle and disrupt the action.
Yeah, let's go to our first match here. Brandon Day in the ring against Chameleon.
The following one-fall matchup is a singles bout. Introducing first, from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in tonight at 184 pounds, Chameleon. And his opponent weighs in tonight at 230 pounds, from Bridgewater, Virginia. Here is Unchained Brandon Day.
Big roar of approval from the crowd. Unchained Brandon Day as he takes on Chameleon. The bell sounds. Terry Sullivan at ringside with Norm Wamer. Brandon Day holds the only victory over Peto the Killer Clown. Although it wasn't a pinfall.
He may hold that distinction for some time.
That's a good point. Chameleon into the ropes. That's going to cause the break. Unchained Brandon Day.
And I can tell you that Brandon Day has been wrestling at less than 100%.
Yeah, he's a good young guy. No doubt about it.
I know that from the medical staff that he has not been 100%. It's something he won't talk about. Plus, you don't want to tip off your opponents either.
Right. Well, he let Chameleon take a side headlock. That could be a dangerous move. Have to assume Brandon knows what he's doing. Well, that didn't last long, did it? Oh! Wow. Ow. Brandon Day is definitely unchained now. He's on a roll. Drops the elbow across the chest. I think Chameleon's just about had it. Referee is Ray Orndorff. As Brandon Day once again looking so impressive in there. He gave Peto a heck of a fight too. You know, as usual, it wasn't fair, as it was 3-on-1.
Well, he's not the type to back down from anything.
There's the knife edge. That's going to leave a mark. Oh! That could be a turning point in this match. Chameleon trying to maneuver Brandon Day around here. This is Chameleon's chance to shine. Brandon Day has endurance. It's one of the things he's known for. Ability to take an awful lot of punishment. Again, is evidenced in the match against Petto when he was getting hit from three sides.
Chameleon just learned a lesson. You can't let up. He's going back to that, work that left arm.
Let's see how much of this Brandon Day will take. Brandon Day, another young man who has accomplished an awful lot in a short period of time. Definitely one of the contenders for the PBW championship. You got to have his name on the list. And I definitely think there's gold in his future. Oh, hello.
That may have been a really bad idea.
I think so. I think Chameleon does too. Oh, yep. That wasn't a good idea at all. Chameleon's going to be about $1.5 million short here.
I agree with the fans who said that was stupid.
He definitely ignited the flame.
Belly to belly.
Sometimes wrestlers can get a pinfall with that. Brandon's not going to go for it. Not done yet.
Well, if Brandon Day needed motivation, and he really doesn't, he got some extra.
He's hoisting him up. Good display of power from Brandon Day. But once again, well, it was sort of a weak attempt at a comeback by Chameleon. Give him for credit for trying, though. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, but trying isn't good enough in this business. It's all about doing.
And let's see what shall be done to Chameleon. Brandon Day said thumbs down. Oh,
Good night.
that is it.
Here is your winner, Unchained, Brandon Day.
Impressive win by Brandon Day.
Brandon Day, another victory. Good-looking match there.
Of course it was a good-looking match. I was in it, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Hey, that's okay. That's okay. My matches can look ugly. It ain't got to be pretty. All it's got to be is another victory. I am undefeated in PowerBomb Wrestling, and I am begging to get somebody in this ring that will give me a real fight.
All right, we look forward to seeing it. I'm sure there's no argument from the people here. Thanks very much, Brandon. Unchained Brandon Day.
PowerBomb Wrestling is on the road with 2 upcoming live events. PBW returns to Findlay on Sunday, June the 3rd at the All-American Rockhouse. It's a double main event featuring the Bachelor Ben Boone and Petto the Killer Clown for the heavyweight title and Nate Matson and Sean Casey for the cruiserweight title. PowerBomb Wrestling back in Toledo on Sunday, June the 10th at St. Clement's Hall. See Dr. Jerry Graham and his new acquisition with Petto the Killer Clown against Ben Boone and Malice. Get your discount advance tickets anytime at pbwexcitement.com.
Time after time, Graham keeps sending in his circus of freaks. Well, it ends June 3rd. Because you see, on June 3rd, this isn't about the PowerBomb Heavyweight Championship. This is to settle the score. Petto the Clown, it's time to put you down. Down with the clown. Down with the clown.
Red Wing Shoes, a quality built to last, just like the legacy of service at your Red Wing Shoes dealer, North Reynolds at Bancroft in Toledo. Family owned and operated since 1982. 4 generations, building a legacy of quality and service for years to come. Our sales staff has over 95 years selling and servicing Red Wing shoe products, and we have the largest selection of Red Wing shoes in Northwest Ohio. Irish Setter, Works, and our USA-made heritage shoes. In stock, no waiting. Red Wing Shoes, North Reynolds at Bancroft, where service, quality, and fit come first.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good. It's that good no matter what your taste. It's that good. Come early, stay late. Burgers and beer, a shot of cheer. Great food and fun. It's that good here. Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
Check out the brand new online PowerBomb Wrestling store at pbwexcitement.com. Browse the brand new PBW t-shirts plus new embroidered PBW caps. You can also get your copy of Confessions of a Big Time Wrestler as the legendary Dr. Jerry Graham peels back the curtain on the golden age of professional wrestling. Of course, you can always get big savings on advance tickets, and it's all of the new online PowerBomb Wrestling store at pbwexcitement.com. Get your gear now.
Great match with Brandon Day. Great victory for the Unchained Brandon Day. And we heard from Benjamin Boone. The people got to see what I was referring to, the intensity in this man.
Incensed.
Yeah.
He is just incensed at this point.
And he's going to have a couple of chances at Pedo, the Killer Clown, June the 3rd at the All-American Rockhouse in Findlay. Boone puts the PBW championship on the line. I think this is the first championship match for Pedo.
Yeah, and the first one in Findlay.
That's right. There you go.
Well, actually, no. He did defend against Atlas.
Against
Hightower,
Atlas.
didn't he?
That's right.
My mistake. But yeah, first shot for Pedo, and it's not going to be one-on-one. I'll guarantee you the ringmaster will be there. Dr. Jerry Graham will be there. It's going to be more like 3-on-1.
Let's hope that Benjamin Boone is prepared for that somehow, some way.
Well, hopefully he's got backup.
Yeah.
We have to try to contain this, too, and try to make this as fair as we possibly can, and I think that's going to be a major challenge. So if you have not gotten tickets for Findlay and join the fun at the All-American Rockhouse, what a great venue, too, to be there. The fans there were crazy last time. I'm sure it'll be more of that this time. And then we got June 10th coming up in Toledo, and we'll get into the details on that. But I did want to mention, too, in Toledo, we're going to have new concessions in Toledo, and it's Ohio-style barbecue, but there will be other things that will your normal concession food. But Smoking Dick's Barbecue out of Ada. So it will be, and they are absolutely fantastic. You can go to their Facebook page. You can see all the great reviews on them. And so bring a little extra money on June the 10th at Toledo, and even if you don't eat during the show, you can have it to go.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, so that's among the other things that are going on. So let's get to our next match here. It's Jesse Watson against the big buzzsaw David Shaw.
The following one fall matchup is a singles bout. Introducing the participants. First, from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in tonight at 300 pounds, most hated, Jesse Watson. And his opponent comes to us from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in tonight at 280 pounds, he is Buzzsaw Dave Shaw.
We got the big boys going at it on PowerBomb Wrestling. I'm Terry Sullivan. Norm Wamer is along. A couple of the big guys, Norm.
Yeah, no question about it. Buzzsaw David Shaw, impressive physique, powerhouse, no question.
He definitely is.
Has not quite found a way to put it all together yet, though.
Buzzsaw David Shaw shows a good knowledge of wrestling. He even gets up off the mat on occasion, which is very impressive for a guy his size. I mean, up off the mat in terms of a drop kick.
And I would say Jesse Watson's got his work cut out for him here.
In the gym. Trying to whip Shaw out of the corner, unsuccessful a couple of times. As Norm said, Shaw is a powerhouse. And here comes Watson in a bad miss. Oh, this could be a short night for Jesse Watson.
Pretty good quickness there by Buzzsaw.
He knocked him into another zip code. Oh, but Shaw's neck dropped over the top rope. There's a miss by Shaw. Watson's in control.
Yeah, nice shoulder block.
Watson looking good here. He's in for a count. Nope, barely a 1 count, so still a lot of power left in the powerhouse. Buzzsaw David Shaw.
Oh, look at that. With one hand.
Well, to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. I think he's going to, whoa. Well, now, this could be it. Let's see.
Look at that. You can't go power for power.
Here is your winner, Buzzsaw Dave Shaw.
You can't go power for power against the Buzzsaw.
I'd like to have a few words here with Mr. Shaw, Buzzsaw David Shaw. Very impressive outing there. Looked like the guy was going to give you a little bit of trouble at first.
Nah, he was nothing, man. I just want to say I'm here for one reason, and that's that heavyweight belt.
All right. Short and sweet. That's all you got to say.
PowerBomb Wrestling is on the road with 2 upcoming live events. PBW returns to Findlay on Sunday, June the 3rd at the All-American Rockhouse. It's a double main event featuring the Bachelor Ben Boone and Pedo the Killer Clown for the heavyweight title and Nate Matson and Sean Casey for the cruiserweight title. PowerBomb Wrestling back in Toledo on Sunday, June the 10th at St. Clement's Hall. See Dr. Jerry Graham and his new acquisition with Pedo the Killer Clown against Ben Boone and Malice. Get your discounted advance tickets anytime at pbwexcitement.com.
Back in Toledo, Sunday, June the 10th. I couldn't believe what happened at April Anarchy. Now you've got Benjamin Boone as a partner, and you're taking on probably the 2 most dangerous men ever heard of, if Dr. Jerry Graham is to be believed. I mean, we know what Pedo's all about. He claims that this new find from Mongolia is even worse than Pedo.
Yeah, can you believe that? Even worse than Pedo the Clown? Can there be anything worse than Pedo the Clown? I've got history with him. Jerry Graham, I got history with you. You are one sick puppy. I can only imagine that this next monster is going to be completely unbelievable. And then I'm partnered with Ben Boone. You know what, Ben? Yeah, we've got history. We may have unfinished business. I haven't determined that yet. But we shall see where that road leads.
Forming a united front for June Justice, Sunday, June 10th. Thank you, Malice. We'll see you then at St. Clement's.
Save more at the Monroe Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Superstore when you drive home one of 4 amazing new models for only $178 a month. Drive home in a 2018 Dodge Charger GT all-wheel drive, 2018 Jeep Compass Limited, the all-new 2019 Jeep Cherokee Limited, or the all-new 2018 Jeep Wrangler Limited Sport 4-wheel drive 4-door. Call the Low Payment Kings toll-free at 1-888-4-DODGE-1 or check out hundreds of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at monroesuperstore.com.
Ag Mortgage Marty here. With the new tax code changes, home equity lines of credit, HELOCs as we call them, have changed whether they're deductible. And with recent interest rate increases, you're seeing those variable rates on them increase. I've had a lot of interest in customers putting them in with their first mortgage, converting to a 10, 15, even 20 year to compress the timeline so they're not stretching back out over 30 and get better rates. If you have interest in that, just text HELOC to the number you see on the screen there, HELOC, and we'll get you info on how to take advantage of that tax deductibility all over again.
Check out the brand new online PowerBomb Wrestling store at pbwexcitement.com. Browse the brand new PBW t-shirts plus new embroidered PBW caps. You can also get your copy of Confessions of a Big-Time Wrestler as the legendary Dr. Jerry Graham peels back the curtain on the golden age of professional wrestling. Of course, you can always get big savings on advance tickets, and it's all of the new online PowerBomb Wrestling store at pbwexcitement.com. Get your gear now.
We talked a lot about Findlay coming up Sunday, June the 3rd at the All-American Rockhouse. We do want to remind the fans, back in Toledo at St. Clement's with June Justice, Sunday, June the 10th.
Yeah, and if people are asking or inquiring, they're curious, we showed the footage of Dr. Jerry Graham and out in the, where was he at? The Gobi Desert?
The Gobi Desert, right, somewhere between Mongolia and China.
We are going to find out on June the 10th in Toledo who he is bringing in.
Yeah, and you know, I am taking him very seriously, too.
Well, sure.
The last time he threatened us, he brought in Pedo, and the place hasn't been the same since.
And now there's going to be somebody else.
Yeah.
To join the Circus of Pain. They will be in a tag match against the Bachelor Benjamin Boone and Malice. We don't know who's going to have the title at that point. It won't be a title match, but obviously Pedo and Ben Boone are hooking up in Findlay on June the 3rd. So you're also going to have CIA will be back in action in Toledo, and they very well may take on the winner of the Dirty and Righteous Indignation, who tangle again in Findlay on June the 3rd.
And they tangled in our debut show, and we're going to see a little bit of that. That was incredible action, just incredible.
If you see the Dirty, and when it comes to action, you won't see a tag team that works harder than they do.
Right. It's real smash mouth in your face kind of a style. The fists are going to be flying, and then you got Andy Shane and the Righteous Maker Rick Baker. The two of them know no bounds either.
Well, and the Dirty will basically do anything to get ahead, and we're going to show you what we mean. We're going to take you to the closing moments in Findlay of this match between the Dirty and Righteous Indignation, and then you'll hear from Andy Shane and Rick Baker after the match. PowerBomb Wrestling is on the road with 2 upcoming live events. PBW returns to Findlay on Sunday, June the 3rd at the All-American Rockhouse. It's a double main event featuring the Bachelor Ben Boone and Pedo the Killer Clown for the heavyweight title, and Nate Matson and Sean Casey for the cruiserweight title. PowerBomb Wrestling back in Toledo on Sunday, June the 10th at St. Clement's Hall. See Dr. Jerry Graham and his new acquisition with Pedo the Killer Clown against Ben Boone and Malice. Get your discounted advance tickets anytime at pbwexcitement.com.
Damn it! You know, they think they have it under control. They had answers for everything we did. No, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't even get answers for half of what we can do. They got lucky. And the Dirty, yeah, they're dirty. They're dirty. But there's no one, when we choose to be, dirtier than Rick Baker and Andy Shea. Right. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll rip their freaking spine out of their freaking back and I will jack slap them in the face with it, and they can think about that. So you tell the PowerBomb officials, I don't care where, I don't care when, but make a match. I don't care if it's a weapons match. I don't care what kind of match they choose it is. Whatever happens, happens. But they are going out in a freaking body bag.
Damn right there. You know what? I'm so pissed off. I am so pissed off. The only thing they do is live up to their name, being dirty. And that's the only way they got a victory. But next time, June 3rd, it's not happening again. Because righteous indignation, we're going to be on the same page next time.
So, toe-to-toe, face-to-face, they got a freaking chance.
Red Wing Shoes, a quality built to last, just like the legacy of service at your Red Wing Shoes dealer, North Reynolds at Bancroft in Toledo. Family owned and operated since 1982. 4 generations, building a legacy of quality and service for years to come. Our sales staff has over 95 years selling and servicing Red Wing shoe products. And we have the largest selection of Red Wing shoes in Northwest Ohio. Irish Setter, Works, and our USA-made heritage shoes. In stock, no waiting. Red Wing Shoes, North Reynolds at Bancroft, where service, quality, and fit come first.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good. It's that good no matter what your taste. It's that good. Come early, stay late. Burgers and beer, a shot of cheer. Great food and fun. It's that good here. Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
Check out the brand new online PowerBomb Wrestling store at pbwexcitement.com. Browse the brand new PBW t-shirts plus new embroidered PBW caps. You can also get your copy of Confessions of a Big Time Wrestler as the legendary Dr. Jerry Graham peels back the curtain on the golden age of professional wrestling. Of course, you can always get big savings on advance tickets, and it's all of the new online PowerBomb Wrestling store at pbwexcitement.com. Get your gear now.
Well, Andy Shane and Rick Baker, and especially Andy Shane because of that move that Dirty Deeds did with the chair around
Tried to break his neck.
Yeah. And you can't blame the two of them for being incensed. And it's going to all break loose again at the All-American Rockhouse Sunday, June the 3rd. The Dirty against Righteous Indignation, going to do it up one more time.
Well, Andy Shane will get retribution or will die trying.
I
mean,
think
that's
you're
just
right.
When you get him riled up. I mean, basically, I don't think there's going to be any holds barred in this match. The referee's going to have a hard time containing this match.
And hopefully they'll give him some leeway. I believe the referees tend to when there's a situation a little bit like this one.
Well, when one tries to hurt somebody else, not just injure, but hurt.
Yeah, and their career.
Yeah.
Going to be something on the All-American Rockhouse in Findlay, Sunday, June the 3rd. Back in Toledo, Sunday, June 10th at St. Clement's, June Justice.
Yeah, absolutely. And on that card, too, we'll have a submission match between Celeste Taylor, Brian Douglas. Of course, they were tag team partners with history in the making. They were tag team champions at one point. They've had a falling out. And they hooked up in Findlay. And this was a very, very, very good match.
Toledo. Last time in Toledo.
Oh,
Celeste
last
and
time
Brian.
in Toledo.
Right.
You are correct.
And they're 1-1.
There's so many things going on, Terry.
Yeah.
I'm losing track here.
Gotcha. And we're going to talk more about that. It's all coming up, though, right now.
Yeah, this was a match from in Toledo. Celeste Taylor, Brian Douglas, the last time at April Anarchy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match.
Ring the bell.
All right, we're not even going to wait for a ring announcement to take place. This one is just ready to boil over, Norm. These guys, whoa, miss by Celeste Taylor. Celeste Taylor and Brian Douglas, formerly the tag team combination of history in the making. Belt holders, title holders, now on opposite sides of the ring, now opponents. They were on a bit of a losing streak, Norm, and, Brian Douglas just couldn't go with it, couldn't reconcile that, and blames Celeste.
A terrific tag team, former tag team champions. Let's not forget Celeste Taylor was a former cruiserweight champion, held that belt for quite some time.
And,
you know, these two tangled last year, as a matter of fact. Brian Douglas's debut here in PowerBomb Wrestling. But I will say, I don't think he's the same guy that he was a year ago. I think he's in much better shape, much better condition. I think he's grown as a wrestler.
if I'm not mistaken, Celeste Taylor was the one who put out the word to bring Brian Douglas in here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Brian Douglas now has the attitude that it was all him. Very little of the success of History in the Making had anything to do with Celeste Taylor.
But nobody can tick you off like your brother.
Yeah.
And these guys are like brothers.
Now look at him go here. We are going to see it. Well, Celeste stands back, but Brian runs right in. I think we're going to see a very, very vicious match despite this initial foreplay here. There's a lot of festering emotion.
You know, and this tag team division is so good in PowerBomb Wrestling. To get a loss or two in this tag team division is not the end of the world. And these guys, because I think, Terry, quite frankly, they're young, and I don't think they're as mature as some of the tag teams here. And you have to learn how to handle defeat, and it's not easy.
I think you're absolutely right, and I would put a lot of the negative spin as far as maturity on Brian Douglas. I mean, he has just taken one real sour attitude.
Handling losing is harder than handling winning sometimes.
Absolutely.
Handling defeat, handling disappointment. Of course, you can let success go to your head, too.
And Brian Douglas wasting no time here. Raked the boot across the eyes of Celeste Taylor. Celeste scoops him up and grabs the arm.
Nice fireman's carry that took him over. And you can see Celeste Taylor wants to wrestle. He didn't like the fact that Brian Douglas went to a low blow.
Exactly.
That's not his way of doing things.
No, you know, he's a man of principle. If he's going to win, he wants to win on the up and up.
Celeste Taylor had a difficult upbringing. He came up on the positive side of things. And he wants to be an example. He wants to set an example for all you kids out there. And I think he sets a great example.
Absolutely. And he's putting on a clinic in the ring now.
But for Brian Douglas, this has gotten petty. I think he's gotten jealous.
Yep.
I think he wants to play the blame game. That the losses weren't my fault, they were his fault.
Yeah, exactly. I was hopeful this whole thing might blow over as time went on, but if anything, it's gotten even more intense. Handstand on the top rope. Celeste rushes in. Brian avoids him. You know, and one interesting factor in this match is how well these two know each other's offense.
Well, look at how well these guys know each other.
Pretty much knowing the next move automatically.
Apparently thirsty.
Uh-oh. Oh, good recovery from Celeste Taylor. Oh.
Maybe not as smart as he thinks.
I don't know who got the worst of that one.
Well, Brian Douglas got part of it. And Celeste Taylor landed hard.
Now we're outside of the ring. This is what I was afraid of. This thing would degenerate.
At some point, you had to figure this was going to break out into a fight.
Yeah, early on, the good display of wrestling. And Celeste let loose with a knife edge chop.
That is as thunderous of a shot that you'll hear. Except maybe for Bobo Brazil.
Oh. Celeste rolled back into the ring just long enough to stop the count again. It's showing he's very well satisfied wherever this match takes place. Celeste blocked that one. Comes back with an elbow, and Brian head first into the ring apron.
Well, the referee got to a 5 count and then stopped.
Oh, flying head scissors. Good move.
Yeah, nice flying head scissors.
And Celeste executes it so beautifully. Could be in danger of a roll-up here, a cradle. Nope, Celeste blocking it.
Look at that strength.
Wow. Celeste Taylor, despite holding the gold, or in addition to holding the gold, the tag team championship with Brian Douglas, also held it twice before with another partner.
Well, Celeste was trying to put on that crossface, and Brian Douglas knew he had to get out of it quick. Boy, that's a big kick to the head.
Celeste feeling the effects there, as you can understand.
Well, Celeste Taylor's had a history of concussions too, and that's something to watch for. And although I'm sure Brian Douglas knows that.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking. Oh,
big belly to back suplex.
in for the count. Referee is there. Strong kick out from Celeste Taylor. He's showing he's got something left.
And Brian Douglas, they both want to win this match, but Brian Douglas wants to prove he's better.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he's been talking about.
And Celeste Taylor is determined that no way will that happen. That's what makes this such an interesting match, which could go so many different ways.
I'm better than Celeste Taylor. I carried the team.
Right.
I.
He's holding him up there. What a display of balance.
Brought him down hard.
About 6 feet up there. Now grabs his headlock. This is giving Brian Douglas somewhat of an opportunity to rest while weakening, sapping the strength out of Celeste Taylor.
Yeah, I kind of think Brian Douglas should have went for a pin after that suplex.
Yeah.
Because you just never know.
Well, the crowd seems to be firmly on the side of Celeste Taylor here. Evidently, you and I aren't the only ones who have noticed that attitude from Brian Douglas.
That's a huge back elbow.
In for the count. Referee is
Look
there.
at that arrogant cover. Puts his hand over Celeste Taylor's face. That's just a show of disrespect. Ref's got to check that to see if that's across a windpipe.
The fans are calling it a choke. Celeste able to power up to his feet.
That takes a lot of the pressure off.
And he reverses things. Comes back with a kick that steadied Douglas, but Douglas is right there. Did he go into the eyes?
Sure did.
Ah, for heaven's sakes. Way beyond the point of no return here. Brian Douglas, very cocky attitude. Has his man in the corner.
You know, I guess maybe Terry, in the back of my mind, I thought maybe they'd come out here and have their match and settle it here and maybe get back together, but boy, it looks like they couldn't be farther apart.
Celeste got out of the way that time, and there's one of his knife edges. He's laying them in on Douglas one after another. Referee putting the count in to get him out of the corner. Oh, Celeste Taylor caught a boot. And it put him down. Two of the most gifted and talented individuals in PowerBomb Wrestling. It's a shame to see them against each other, given their history as a tag team combination, but here we are. In for the count, he's not going to get him here.
Oh!
I almost ate my words, didn't I?
2.5.
Celeste Taylor has obviously been weakened. Spinning elbow drop from Brian Douglas. And he is all about Brian Douglas. Another one. And Brian Douglas definitely in control at this point, about 10 minutes or so into the match. Drops down again, the third big elbow smash. Rolls gonna try to roll Celeste over.
No.
Again. Celeste Taylor kicks out. What fortitude he has.
It's the chance of Celeste.
Now Celeste
there you
back
go.
in control.
Now he's got that crossface on.
This could be a submission. He's definitely going to make Brian Douglas feel it.
He has got to get to the ropes, otherwise this match is over.
And he is pretty far away from that.
Celeste Taylor's got that.
Well,
oh, look
not.
at that.
Good
nice
skill
reversal.
shown.
But oh, he hung on.
Just amazing. Amazing athleticism shown by both wrestlers.
Inching his way closer to the rope. Oh, look at that. Nice
again.
move.
Celeste Taylor repositioned Douglas. He's still close to the ropes on the near side of the ring. And they're into the ropes now. The referee will call for the break.
But how much damage has been done to the back of Brian Douglas?
And how much does Celeste Taylor have left in the tank? We're approaching about the 15-minute mark here, and a lot of punishment has been taken by both men.
Ah!
Brian Douglas trying with all he's got to shake off the effects of the crossface. Back over for the count, and at the last second again, Celeste Taylor reaches way down deep and kicks out.
Boy, this has been a terrific match.
It has. Former tag team champions, former best friends, now bitter opponents in PowerBomb Wrestling. Oh, Douglas drove that forearm into the small of the back of Celeste Taylor, does it a second time. And he hoists him up, but Celeste reverses. DDT.
A terrific counter by Celeste Taylor.
Absolutely. Celeste, though, still trying to shake off the punishment. We're at a stalemate now. The referee putting in the count. They've got to the count of 10, or until one makes it back to his feet. Looks like Brian Douglas is going to make it back first. Or will he? Here they go. Center ring, gonna slug it out. Look at those fists fly. Wow. Oh.
Incredible height on that drop kick.
Nobody throws them like Celeste Taylor.
Samoan drop.
Things now have, the tide has turned, things going Celeste Taylor's way. Missed by Douglas.
German suplex.
Oh, drop kick.
Yep.
Douglas rammed into the corner. And now it's Celeste going for the count, and it's, oh, I thought it was 3. Just that close. Brian
Celeste
Douglas
can't believe it.
definitely feeling the effects here. Celeste Taylor just incredulous.
What's it going to take to put somebody away?
Well, these guys are giving it all they've got. You got to give them credit for that. Celeste going into dangerous territory now, but Brian Douglas is there. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you can't turn your back on your opponent, Terry.
And that's the proof.
That's why they call that high risk. He's grabbing him by the ears.
Now, Celeste Taylor in the tree of woe. And what has Brian Douglas got in store for his former partner?
What's he going to do here?
Working on the bad knee. Oh, I think he's going to. Oh!
That's got to be it. He's got to be out.
Brian Douglas pulls him into the center of the ring, turning him over. The referee, Ray Orndorff, is there.
It.
We've got a count of.
Oh,
No, he got the rope. Wow, he pulled that one. A great ring awareness from Celeste Taylor. I really don't think he knew where he was. He just reached out, and luckily, the rope was there. Now, Brian Douglas better not waste time arguing with the fans. What's
Now
he
what?
after now? Oh, he's going for a chair. Brian Douglas has a chair at ringside.
There's no reason to do this.
He's risking disqualification here. Brian Douglas showing his true colors here, showing what a desperate man he is.
Now he's frustrated. I don't think there's any question.
He's setting that chair up, and I think he intends to introduce some part of Celeste's body to that chair.
I would say head first.
Celeste Taylor unaware of what fate awaits him. He whips him in, but wait a minute. No.
Oh!
Come
Got
on,
him
referee.
in the crossface. He's tapping
And
out.
Brian Douglas has tapped. The referee.
This should be over.
Is he doing?
This should be over.
We saw clearly a tap from
Celeste
Brian
let
Douglas.
go. He let go because he heard him tap.
Referee didn't see it, so
He thinks the match is over.
referee didn't see it, so it doesn't count. Doggone it.
Oh, come on. This should be over.
Boy, that sure worked out for Brian Douglas. Celeste going out from the outside, leaps across. Again, the referee in the line of fire. And we've got the count of 3.
Oh, come on.
Bad luck for Celeste Taylor.
Here is your winner, Brian Douglas.
The match should have been over.
We may get a word here with Brian Douglas. Definitely showing the effects of that war. It was a spectacular match. Your hand is raised, but I think everybody here saw you tap.
I've never tapped. I never tap. I've never tapped. I'm the best ever. And I make history alone.
He sure did tap out.
Hey, you gave it everything you had. Everybody saw him tap. Unfortunately, what the referee didn't see, he can't call.
You're telling me the ref didn't see Brian Douglas tap out to my Celeste lock?
He was in the corner trying to get the chair out of the ring.
Can we get something for me here? I mean,
some justice.
Come on. Is there anything? You're just gonna leave me hanging like this?
No instant replay. It's just an injustice, Celeste.
Rematch?
Yep. They want to see it again. I don't blame them. That was a spectacular match.
Well, you guys want to see a rematch. I definitely want a rematch. So whoever I need to talk to get this set up.
And here he comes now.
Thank you. You saw it, man.
I saw him tap as well. It's only fair that coming up on June the 10th, which is the next time we're back here in Toledo, all you fans deserve to see a rematch of this. You want to see one? Little stipulation on this match, maybe?
Of course. Of course.
What do you say we make it a submission match?
Yes.
You got it. PowerBomb Wrestling is on the road with 2 upcoming live events. BBW returns to Findlay on Sunday, June the 3rd at the All-American Rockhouse. It's a double main event featuring the Bachelor Ben Boone and Pedo the Killer Clown for the heavyweight title and Nate Matson and Sean Casey for the cruiserweight title. PowerBomb Wrestling back in Toledo on Sunday, June the 10th at St. Clement's Hall. See Dr. Jerry Graham and his new acquisition with Pedo the Killer Clown against Ben Boone and Malice. Get your discount advance tickets anytime at pbwexcitement.com.
Can we talk about like 1 or 2 things like I'd actually like to comment on, like maybe Celeste Taylor, or like how like good I've been looking or something? Like,
no, for heaven's sakes. Celeste Taylor is one of the most outstanding PowerBomb wrestlers going back a long, long time, long before you were here, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's so impressive that I beat him so convincingly. I mean, I just beat him, and, you know, I'm actually pretty excited to beat him again in a submission match, no less. I'm actually looking forward to see him cry.
You think so, huh? Sunday, June the 10th. I don't know what's come over you, Brian. Brian Douglas against Celeste Taylor at June Justice.
Success has come over me.
Save more at the Monroe Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Superstore when you drive home one of 4 amazing new models for only $178 a month. Drive home in a 2018 Dodge Charger GT all-wheel drive, 2018 Jeep Compass Limited, the all-new 2019 Jeep Cherokee Limited, or the all-new 2018 Jeep Wrangler Limited Sport 4-wheel drive 4-door. Call the Low Payment Kings toll-free at 1-888-4DODGE-1 or check out hundreds of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at monroesuperstore.com.
Ag Mortgage Marty here. With the new tax code changes, home equity lines of credit, HELOCs as we call them, have changed whether they're deductible. And with recent interest rate increases, you're seeing those variable rates on them increase. I had a lot of interest in customers putting them in with their first mortgage, converting to a 10, 15, even 20-year to compress the timeline so they're not stretching back out over 30 and get better rates. If you have interest in that, just text HELOC to the number you see on the screen there, HELOC, and we'll get you info on how to take advantage of that tax deductibility all over again.
When I started this, I started to have a legacy of greatness. But all I can think about is Brian Douglas and how he wants to say that real men, he wants to see me cry. Real men cry, Brian. And you know what? I don't care if anybody sees it. Brian wants to talk about his freaking body, wants to talk about how good he looks, huh? I'm crying, I'm hurt, man. The championship's one thing, but this is
Now,
real, man.
I know. Take it easy, bud. But keep your eyes on the prize. Well, we saw that excellent match between Celeste Taylor and Brian Douglas. They're 1-1 now, right, in singles encounters?
Yeah,
And
the first one really was way back last year, in April of last year, where Celeste Taylor got the victory.
And coming up Sunday, June the 10th, it is a submission match. That means one of these guys has got to give up.
Yep.
And as much as Brian Douglas has tried to rewrite history in the making, boy, isn't he cocky, though, lately? Brian Douglas claims that he's the one was carrying that team, and he is so far superior to Celeste Taylor. I tend to differ.
I think he has some, I'll differ just a little and say that he does have some right to be cocky.
Sure he does.
To say that he carried the team would be an overstatement. I would agree with you there.
And to go in overconfident, which I believe he is, against a man the caliber of Celeste Taylor, could be a fatal mistake.
Well, let's take a look at the what's coming up here. We'll start off on Findlay on June the 3rd.
June the 3rd at the All-American Rockhouse, the PBW title at stake, the champion Benjamin Boone against Pedo the Killer Clown with Dr. Jerry Graham and the ringmaster.
A lumberjack match to decide the cruiserweight title. Amazing Nate Matson defending against Sexy Sean Casey.
And then a tag team contenders match. You'll rarely see a tag team encounter as wild and out of control as this one promises to be. The Dirty against Righteous Indignation.
And there'll be 4 or 5 other matches on that card, too. In Toledo on June the 10th, we mentioned the tag team match, Benjamin Boone and Malice against Pedo and the mystery partner, whoever it may be. CIA's back in action. We mentioned Celeste Taylor, Brian Douglas, Sexy Sean Casey will be there, and more. Want to mention, too, get to pbwexcitement.com, hats, shirts, all that available, but we're done.
Another great hour.
We'll see you next time on PowerBomb Wrestling.